Hey guys! I'm actually wearing one of my new dresses from the last video log. I showed off my new shoes and my new dresses, so this is one of them. Super cute. I love how colorful it is, and the slit in it is awesome because then I can get some air to my nether regions and my legs as well. Yeah, so last week, a couple of weeks ago, I went to Las Vegas with my best friend Allie. We went for a bachelorette party for one of our friends, Heather, and it was also kind of a joint birthday party for Heather and Allie. Although Heather didn't really celebrate her birthday too much. We did say happy birthday though. So we left on a Friday. Our flight was at like 1 o'clock, something like that. So I was insistent that we get to the airport like an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes before, because I didn't know how busy the airport would be. Well, lo and behold, our flight was delayed until like 4:30, I think. Or maybe 4. It was something like that, but we definitely had a few hours to kill. It was actually a group of us, my old group of friends that I don't really hang out with too much anymore. It was Mark, Mike, Ryan, Doug, Ellie, and I. And we just went to this Mexican restaurant in the airport. It was really awful. Food wasn't good, service wasn't good. I had a couple drinks there. I had this like margarita thing, and I'm pretty sure there was no alcohol in it. And I had a beer, although I couldn't remember what the beer was called. It was a Corona. And so I probably looked like the blondest chick, like so ditzy, because I'm asking my friends with the waitress there. I'm like, wait, what's that beer that has like, it's on the commercials and they're always on the beach and they put like the lime in it. They're like Corona. I'm like, yeah, that's right. And again, I felt like such a ditz. But I don't drink beer that often, but I figured, why not? I'm in a Mexican restaurant. I'm gonna drink a Corona. So I don't think I drank all of that anyways. I probably had like half of it. And then we went onto our flight. The flight was pretty easy, although I do feel like a couple times it did get kind of rocky, which freaks me out a bit. Ellie and I stayed in our own room, although Ellie had asked if I wanted to room with Mark, Mike, and Ryan, and I was like, hell no. Like, that's not gonna happen. I don't want to be around a bunch of stinky boys, and I would never get any quiet time. So we had our own room. We stayed at the Mirage, I think it was, which I've never stayed there before, but it was actually pretty nice. I liked it. The beds, oh my god, the beds were so comfy. I was incredibly surprised at how comfy the beds were. And I loved there was like this huge waterfall pond thing in the lobby area that was beautiful. It was nice. I liked it. Hello, lover. Hello, beautiful kitten. I know, love bug. You're like, I want to get up on mommy's lap too. Oh, I love you so much. Alright, I have to get back to my video vlog. I know. Anyways, so, that night we met up with Heather's bachelorette party and hung out in the room a little bit, and then we went to the Wynn, I think, we went to one of the clubs in the Wynn or Encore, I can't remember which one, and we had a free table, a comp table, with, I think there was like 4 bottles of champagne, which went pretty quick. I had 1 glass of champagne, and I'm pretty sure the bottles were done by like 30 minutes after we got there. It was crazy. I ended up leaving at about midnight because I was getting a headache. I was just tired. I wanted to go back to the hotel room and sleep and just, you know, relax. So I did that. Ellie crawled into the room at about like 5 in the morning, I think. The next day we were supposed to do, the bachelorette party was doing a pool party, I guess, at no, that doesn't sound right, at the Cosmo. Ellie and I did not go. We were, 2 people came into our, oh god, just hit my nose. 2 of our friends came into the room like 10:30 in the morning, and they're like, wake up, come out! And Ellie's like, get out! She's like, no, that is not happening. We don't do that in this room. And so, Isis, you better not be chewing on my new shoes. No, I think she's just rubbing on them. So whenever Ellie and I woke up, like 1 o'clock, I don't remember when it was, we ended up going to the buffet at the Mirage, which was mediocre. It wasn't good, it wasn't bad, it was just meh. And then we went to, I think, Fashion Show Mall. I think that's what it's called. Not really sure. We got some Starbucks, we did an oxygen bar. After the oxygen bar, her and I were just super giddy and like just so relaxed. Oh my god, it was perfect. After that we did a little bit of shopping. I got some flat shoes for that night, and I needed a new little evening bag because I had the bag that I was using broke the night before. I don't know how, but it did. And then we got our makeup done. Ellie was not happy with her makeup at the first place, so actually she kind of threw a little bit of a fit, and then which kind of embarrassed me because I was in the middle of getting my makeup done while she's like, I don't know, arguing with her makeup artist, but she ends up having it all taken off and then just left and got her makeup done at some other place. And I looked awesome. My makeup looks beautiful. I was so happy with it. Yeah, so I'm happy that I stayed there. I had an awesome makeup artist. So we went back to the hotel. We were so tired by then too because we'd been shopping for like 5 hours or something crazy like that. At that point we had to get ready because we had to be at the club by 10, I think, 10:30, something like that. So the whole, it was also a bachelor party as well. The bachelor and his friends came, but we were always in 2 separate groups. So we're at the club, at the Omnia, amazing, amazing club, and all the girls are tired. They had gotten maybe like 2 hours of sleep. They had raged incredibly hard on Friday. They had raged all day long on Saturday, and then we were going to Omnia, which Armin van Buuren was playing that night, and so yeah, they were like just like totally depressed looking and just angry and not happy. So we're waiting in the VIP area to get, again, our comped table because we didn't pay for these tables. And we're waiting, and we're waiting, and we're waiting, and the guys who went through the general admission line got in before we did, so the girls were even angrier after that. Of course, Ellie and I are like super perky, just super happy, we're well rested, and we're like, it's gonna be great, you guys! And yeah, they didn't like that too much. So we finally get in. We got a table in the hip-hop room, which was fun. We got a free bottle of vodka. I think after the girls had had a drink, they calmed down a little bit and, you know, perked up. And then after we finished that bottle, we got booted off the table, of course, because they're gonna sell it to somebody else. So we ended up going into the main area of the club in Omnia, which is just, I've never seen a club like this. It's incredible. It's probably one of the most amazing clubs I've ever been to. But it was crowded. Like, I was not happy. I was thinking about leaving. It was way too crowded. I don't do well with, like, standing shoulder to shoulder next to thousands of other people. I don't know how many people were in there, but it seemed like thousands of people. It was so crowded. So we actually got a table. Bought a table. The table was, if the DJ is, like, right here, there was this table that was behind the DJ right here, and then behind that was our table. So we got to look down upon the whole club. We got to look at the DJ. We could see the DJ performing. The lights from this like UFO type chandelier thing would come down, and it would like tilt side to side, and the beat of the music would make the lights flash to the beat of the music. There were aerial dancers coming down on like the trapeze artists that would like flip around. It was incredible, absolutely incredible. Sorry, my nose is running. So that night, I think I had 2 drinks. And then I started just drinking Red Bull because I knew I was in for a long night. I didn't want to be drunk. I didn't want to get drunk. I didn't want to have to deal with a hangover the next day. But I knew I needed caffeine. So I was like, Red Bull, even though I absolutely hate Red Bull, I really wish that they had Monster energy drink because I love those. It's my beverage of choice when it comes to energy drinks. So people just kind of filtered out as the night went on. I think that we finally left the club at like 4:30 in the morning. At that point, like, I was ready to go at like 3 o'clock, but I was like, let's rally, we're gonna have fun with our friends, like, let's dance, it's gonna be great. I was tired, I was so tired. Just wanted to go back to the hotel. But I didn't want to go back to the hotel by myself. So I finally was able to gather my little group of friends, and I swear, I told them, I was like, you guys, it's like herding kittens. It was insane. It's like one would go off to the bathroom and we'd finally get her back, and then one would need to go to the bathroom like 30 seconds later, and I'm just sitting there like, can we please just get back to the hotel room? Like, I'm like, once you get there, you guys can regroup and figure out what you want to do. So we finally got back to the hotel, and they all ended up leaving to go to a strip club, which in the morning I found out that the strip club was awful. Apparently strippers at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning aren't the best. So I, on the other hand, went to sleep. I read a little bit and crashed out because I was tired and I just needed alone time. So Sunday, sorry if my nose is so runny. Sunday we went to Senor Frog's. Food again was mediocre, overpriced, and I think I had maybe like 1/4 of a drink there, and I was like, yeah, no, that's okay. I'm kind of tired of drinking. I don't really need it. And then we just went back to the hotel room, and my whole group, they took off and did their own thing. Not really sure what they did, but I, on the other hand, stayed in the room and read and watched movies, and it was absolutely perfect. I was supposed to leave on Sunday, but the group that I flew in with, they all had scheduled their flights for Monday, which I was like, okay, why did you guys do that? And why did you guys not tell me? So I rescheduled my flight to Monday. And yeah, all I did was rested. And they would kind of wander into the room and would watch some of the movie with me, and then wander back out of the room and do their own thing. And I was like, yeah, this is great. This is really cool. So, yeah. And then Monday, again, really relaxed, didn't do anything. We, I'm trying to think. Oh, Ellie and I just went out to eat at this little deli. It was super yummy. And then we got into our flights. Thought the guys were gonna miss their flight because they were off like gambling and stuff, and we were like, okay, we need to leave for the airport now, and they're like, that's fine, we'll get there a little bit later. And we're like, okay, well, we're not responsible for you guys, so if you don't make your flight, you don't make your flight. But surprisingly enough, they made the flight. So yeah, I mean, it was fun, and I realized that like I don't have to rage. I can have fun at the club and with other people without like drinking a lot. I definitely was able to stay within my limits because I kind of have a little bit of a hard time doing that. I get uncomfortable when I'm in social situations, and especially like clubs, things like that. I will have a drink, and then since I'm a lightweight, one drink will usually be like, I'll be tipsy, very tipsy, and from there I'll be like, oh, okay, you know, I'm gonna continue drinking, and before you know it, I've had like 3 or 4 drinks and I'm just totally plastered. And then I'm completely hungover the next day, like god-awful hungover, and it's not fun. It's not fun at all, and I didn't want to be like that. So I limited myself, and I made sure I drank plenty of water, and if, you know, even the first day when I had something like 4 drinks, 3 drinks, however many I had, that was throughout the whole day. That's from like when we got to the airport to midnight, pretty much. So I was never drunk, and that was great. It was, I respected my body, I respected myself. I left when I knew that I was done with being around a bunch of other people, and yeah, I learned that Vegas can be fun if you respect yourself and listen to your body. So, yay for me! Yeah, so good times, good times. Alright, so that's my story about Vegas. Mwah.